We're starting a new chapter. We've printed off, hopefully you've printed off your handouts, your notes from this chapter. I've emailed these to you and they're available in an email as attachments. Even though it says 11.1 on the sheet, this is actually for chapter 10, so mark through everything in this chapter of handouts and make it be chapter 10. So here we go, 10.1, inverse functions. There are approximately 14 problems in this homework section. A function has to be one-to-one to have an inverse. There are 3 different tests that we're going to look at to be able to determine if a function is one-to-one. The first one is the horizontal line test. You look at the graph of a function. If a horizontal line will cross that graph in more than one place, then it is not one-to-one. This one is not one-to-one. This one is one-to-one. The second test. No 2 first elements of ordered pairs are the same. 2, 4, negative 3, 2, 5, 8. That is one-to-one, because none of those first elements are the same. If I have 2, 4, and 2, 8, it's not one-to-one. Test 3. No even exponents in its formula. If I have y equals 3x plus 4, that is one-to-one. If I have f of x equals 3x squared plus 4, it is not one-to-one because I have an even exponent. If that said 3x to the 4th or 3x to the 6th, it would be not one-to-one. Homework problem number 3. If this is a one-to-one, find its inverse. If they've given you a set of ordered pairs, in order to write the inverse, since this is one-to-one, I just reverse the order. Yes, it's one-to-one. The answer is negative 5, 0, 0, negative 3, 3, negative 6, 3, negative 1. Page 2. If this is one-to-one, find its inverse. F of x equals 3x minus 8. Yes, it is one-to-one because I do not have an even exponent. When you're going to write the inverse of a function where they have given you that function as an expression, you follow these rules. First one is to rewrite that instead of f of x, write it as y equals. So we have y equals 3x minus 8. Step 2, interchange x and y. So I now have x equals 3y minus 8. Step 3, solve for y. Add 8 to each side. X plus 8 equals 3y. Divide by 3. Y equals x plus 8 over 3. Rewrite that as f inverse of x equals x plus 8 over 3. Final answer. Homework problem number 6. If this is one-to-one, find its inverse. F of x equals x squared minus 2 is not one-to-one because I've got a 2 right there for an exponent. So I don't have to do any work. I just say it's not one-to-one. And then number 10 on homework. Is this one-to-one? Yes. Graph its inverse. Since negative 3 comma 3 is a point on the graph, 3 negative 3 is on the inverse. So we're going to draw another coordinate axis. We're going to plot these points, 3, negative 3. That's on the inverse. Since negative 7, 4 is on the graph, that ought to be negative 7 comma 4. Since negative 7 is on the graph, negative 7 comma 4 is on the graph, 4 negative 7 is on the inverse. So find 4 negative 7 there is 4 comma negative 7. There is 3 comma negative 3. Got that one done, got that one done. Since 7 negative 4 is on the graph, negative 4 7 is on the inverse. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, negative 4 7 is on the inverse. So I've got that one done. Now 0, 0 is on the graph. 0, 0 is also on the inverse. Negative 3, 3 is on the graph, so 3, negative 3 I've got. 3, negative 3 is on the graph, so negative 3, 3 is on the inverse. And whenever I draw a curve through these points, come out with something that looks about like this. And this is the inverse of this graph. If you were to draw both of those on the same coordinate axis, the line y equals x would go right down through the middle of them. So we would have negative 3, 3, and this line y equals x goes right down through the middle of these two. Any function in its inverse, the line y equals x goes right down through the middle of it.